The puzzle for 2020 is over, and we must now turn our attention to what has rounded off this year. Because if you don't know already, and you should know, that's why I do a lot of these videos. Marvel Contest Champions news every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and as well other videos as well that talk about new champions. And those two new champions that have been added are SpiderMan and as well Scarlet Witch. If you don't know anything about SpiderMan, well, let's just say there's a spider called Peter who gets bitten. Not he doesn't bite. He gets bitten as a spider called Peter by this professor called McCoC. Yes, McCoC bites Peter and then he becomes a pig version of Spider-Man. He's like a spider ham. So that's how it happens. Oh yeah, and Aunt May, after she bites him, goes, "Oh, you must be my nephew then." And he goes, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's correct." And there you go. That's how it's born. Like, you can't write this stuff, but evidently someone did. But we've also got this other version of Scarlet Witch, and I'm happy and bummed about this. I'm bummed because I'm like, I've got a 5-star Scarlet Witch. I feel that she'll probably go into the featured crystal. I want to say 5-star featured the next one. And here's the thing, like, I just feel that this is a bit of an odd adding one, and I don't know whether or not this will be like super powerful, but that'd be something to see. Also, just in case anybody's kind of going like, "Oh, what kind of this kind of video do you upload on a Tuesday about the puzzle?" At the moment, I'm writing a lot of guides and stuff, and kind of putting together some information from stuff. Like, I'm redoing all my guides to be against current meta, new champions, changes to nodes and maps and stuff like that. So a lot of things have to change. I've just finishing writing my Labyrinth of Legends guide and also several teams. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be putting in. That's part of my December package, and I'm hoping to kind of put together at least 3 videos a day. One will be a guide video that goes up very early on in the morning UK time, and then in the evening will be part of my normal scheme of news, guides and other information. So that's really the running order. But anyway, back to the matter at hand, and that is Scarlet Witch. Now this one here is the ultimate version. And I'm looking at this and going, you know, I'm a bit unsure. Like, I like the fact that we're doing this kind of version that's coming into the game. But at the same time, I'm like, it's just going to be a reskin. Unless Kabam have a unique idea in order to make this character unique from the other one. And yeah, the other one isn't so overly unique. It's still under the same premise of a mystic that is able to channel powers to either do a lot of different things, like power controlling, gaining buffs and other stuff like that, which is still very cool and unique. I just don't know if they're going to be tapping into some of the stuff that we talked about in the 10 Forgotten Champions video, where we talked about there was a Hex Sphere and other stuff. So this could be that version of Scarlet Witch that they were building in the past, bringing it to the forefront to be released in-game. All of which could be pretty exciting. I mean, it's pretty exciting to see Spider-Ham coming into the game, especially with some of his abilities to be more cartoonized in the way he's handling of certain situations, because that's part of his power. It's spider nonsense. So it's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Like, Spider-Man has spider sense, you know, Miles Morales has his kinetic shock ability and his ability to go invisible. And you've got Spider-Ham, who just can draw on some kind of a comical anvil to drop on somebody's head, or a comical mallet to then smash someone's noggin in, as we say in the UK. By the way, noggin is head, just in case you're interested in what that is. I don't know if they have that same phrase anywhere else. I just heard it in the UK. Smashing someone's noggin is to hit someone's head. Now, the puzzle itself this year in 2020 has taken somewhat of an odd move, with, as even Gabriel Fazera said last year in 2019 at New York Comic Con, if you like obscure characters, then this is going to be very obscure. And it's been good. There's been some really kind of unusual ones that have come through, and some really kind of good ones. You know, Red Guardian, we did have the film version put in, and that was still a really good character. People have raved about the Black Widow Deadly Origin, which is still nice. Players have become somewhat confused and a little bit scared and a little bit disappointed with the likes of Immortal Abomination and more so with Hulk, Immortal Hulk, which is kind of a bad thing, but you know, the character's got some good elements to it at the same time. And then there's been some other kind of like unusual ones that have been added in as well. I don't know if Red Goblin and, well, Cosmic Ghost Rider has been a character that a lot of players have wanted. Tiger and Hitmonkey, effective characters, very, very good for the game. Very unusual to be added in, but it was nice to have sort of somewhat of a nod to like Japanese culture and have a Japanese event. But it does kind of draw a point of going like where Kabam will go next year. They hit a massive hype when it came to the inclusion of Cosmic Ghost Rider, but I think they excelled themselves with the addition of, not Airwalker, by the way. I'm not hovering there on Airwalker going, oh yes, it must be Airwalker. No, because I was going to lead up to then go across to Apocalypse and Professor X. But Cosmic Ghost Rider, amazing, and Airwalker, yeah, I mean, still unsure about a lot of these Heralds of Galactus. I think Cosmic Ghost Rider is the best one so far. And that's my concern about Hercules. And if they did that, you know, whatever happens this week, by the way, vote for who you want. I'm voting for who I want, but you vote for who you want. Here's the thing. Professor X. Great to see that character in. And as well, adding in an Apocalypse Man. That's a stroke of genius there. Had to have those two characters in for hype purposes. And I'm glad they added in this version of Apocalypse, not the one from Marvel Realm, which is the more nipply version, or the less nipply version, because it used to have like a nipply version where it had nipple rings, and I don't know, maybe Marvel said, I don't know, maybe it's like it's got too many nipple rings. We can't have that at Disney. We can't have that at Marvel. So yeah, that may be what went down. Guardian and Sasquatch, yeah, Guardian is like two characters I thought, oh, they're going to be terrible, but they end up being really good for the community. Community love them, especially some of the synergies to boot. And as well, we just don't know what's going on with everywhere else. As I've said, I put my predictions of having the son Tyler Dayspring of the son of Cable, and as well we've got Black Cat. And well, it's difficult to know with any of these other question marks that are in place. And as a lot of you know, Kabam overlap a lot of the puzzle question marks to the next year. So a lot of them will not even come to be relevant until 2021. And could you say the remaining question marks are associated with the remaining champions that were teased as part of the Summoner Choice? And that could be correct. However, though, you know, there are some limitations to that as to like, okay, well, in 2021, we're guaranteed at least one of the champions of 8. So having 8 question marks randomly put in this puzzle, that's not going to work out. So I'd assume that's just there for the sake of it. As a lot of you know, I've put certain predictions in mind for the shows, which is Falcon and Winter Soldier, and having US Agent put in place, and as well a version of Falcon, a more Captain America-ish version, but more in keeping with what the show is going to have artistry for the concept art. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on in 2021, and I don't know where it's going to go. I've got my predictions, I've got my hopes, and I'll be talking about that in future content. I just thought it'd be kind of like good to get a bit of perspective of where we've come this year. And yeah, there are other champions that I've missed off to talk about, but that's the thing, isn't it? You just don't know the element of love that one champion is going to get. I mean, you look at down here, the Sorcerer Supreme Storm Pyramid X version. Sorcerer Supreme, even though a Marvel Realm champion, is highly revered as a top champion. I picked it up twice, Awakening, in my recent crystal opening video, and this was Storm Pyramid X. You know, packs a punch. I've got too many champions in game, and ranking them up is difficult. However, though, as a lot of you know, the Glory Store for Thronebreakers is going to be adjusted with a really decent amount of chance to get a huge substantial amount of Tier 2 Alpha, which is my current problem, and it means that I can start ranking up champions more frequently. Thank the Lord. So yeah, that's some good news. But here's the thing, we're still kept in the dark of what is going to be happening next year, and at the same time, some of these additional question marks, yeah, it's anyone's guess. I think we need a new state of the battle realm, because this is the problem I have. I start off the year with these kind of fresh thoughts of like where we're going to go with different types of champions and the predictions and stuff. And after this, after like when we end the year, I'm left there going, okay, so they've got those overlapping question marks, or the ones I'm kind of going, right, well, I've drawn a blank here with it. So like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from there? And then, yeah, it's like, it's just so annoying when that happens. But here's the thing. Roll on to 2021, roll on to the new predictions, roll on to a new state of the battle realm. And you never know, by the time I put this video out, Kabam might have put something out that just says a new kind of like, okay, well, here's the new state of the battle realm. And we start the question marks again. We start predicting, and I can have a bit of fun with kind of like researching some of these characters. Either way, December champions of Spider-Ham and Scarlet Witch. Ultimate, I want to say it's Ultimate because it doesn't look like the TV version, and especially because that's in January. We'll have to wait and see what goes down. But yeah, that's been a video. And thank you very much for watching. Check out some content recently put up there, and I'll see you all in another video, maybe today or maybe tomorrow. But I am hard at work writing up some guides and preparing for a big push in the coming week. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.